Hi, Shriram. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi. How are you? Can you hear me?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Yeah,
Yes, I can
good.
hear.
Thank you. Good. Okay. So, um, okay. So let's get started today's session on file handling. Okay. Uh, in file handling, we have most of the file operations like read and write to a file. Okay. So when you read and write to a file, we use certain text file in this example. So there is a file name variable here, okay, which is equal to greetings.txt. It's just a name of the file. So whenever you want to write to a file, you have some contents which you want to write on every line of that file. Okay, so before we read and write, you have to first have a name of a file, and then with that name of the file, let's say that file is existing in the uh, in your local desktop. Okay, so it's existing in some folder inside uh, inside some folder name. Okay, so the name of that file we are taking as greetings.txt in this case. So Python can open text files. Okay, Python can open text files. So that's why we have this .txt extension, which is representing a text file. So you can open the file for reading it. One. Okay, you can open the file for reading it, meaning you have some contents inside the file in multiple lines. You can read. Uh, Once you open the file, you can read that line one, and once you read that line one, you are trying to print it in your Python program's output. Okay, you're printing it on screen. You're printing it on screen. So contents of the file is one or more lines. Okay, so you're reading each line and you're printing it on screen. Okay, so that's one of the read operation. So Python uses this syntax with open and the name of the file. So the name of the file here is file name, which is my variable now. Okay, so I got a variable file name is equal to the name of the file greetings.txt inside quotes. So this greetings.txt should exist in a certain folder. The folder we are talking about in case of a Colab notebook is a certain folder in the server, in the Google Python compute server. Okay, so we will see how that works. Okay, so since Python is running in a remote machine, that location where we are trying to open and read is a folder existing in that remote machine. Okay, so we will see how that works. But the name of the file which we are expecting there is greetings.txt. So then with open within brackets file name as a reader. Okay, so as a reader is an alias, or instead of now using with open, it is an alias. Okay, which is called the reader. So this syntax allows you to open this file name and give it a certain this whole this whole open file name is now given a handle called reader. So open file name is given a handle called reader. Now this alias, it's called reader, now is like you can refer to that opened file. Okay, so then so with open file name as reader colon, the next line you print reader dot a built-in function called read. So you know built-in functions exist inside various variables. In this case, the variable we are talking about, the handle we are talking about is the reader. So reader is now referring to that opened file. So reader dot read built-in function. So there is a brackets after the read, open and close brackets, will print the line of that particular file, which will let you print the red line. So that's going to print the whole file. Okay, it's going to print the whole file. So it's that reader dot read. This reader can be any variable, any handle. So reader is now pointing to open file name. So reader dot read. Okay, so this is a with open syntax. Okay, uh, you give a file name like any name. Okay, and that name is what you will use inside this with open brackets. Okay, with open brackets, and once this with open is open, it is referring to it's been referred to with a variable called reader. Okay, so print reader dot read is my built-in method to read each line of the file. Each line of the file will be printed. Okay, now another operation with the file is to write into this file. Write into this file. So you have this with open file name, which refers to this name. So, and there is a second parameter called write, or in this case, it's a single letter W. Okay, single letter W. Now this syntax means I am opening this file name in write mode. So the second parameter is the mode of this file. Okay, mode of this file name. Now, whenever we are trying to write, the file at the first occurrence need not exist in the folder. Okay, I've just given a variable and a name. When I open in write mode like this, the file is not there. So file is created newly in that folder in write mode. That means it gives you a blank file. It opens that file. There are no contents inside the file. Now, that particular opened file is given a handle called writer. Okay, this alias can be any name. I've given the name writer. So then writer dot write is a built-in method, and I can write any text into that file. So imagine the file doesn't exist inside the folder to start with, and with open file name comma write mode means in that folder a new file called greetings.txt will be created, and when we are saying writer.write means this text hello will be written into that new file. Okay, into the new file, and whatever contents you pass, even you can pass multiple lines of write, it'll write the content into the new file, and once these lines of code finishes, you will see a new file created in the name greetings.txt and with those contents which you write. Okay, so this is how a writer um, file opening in write mode works. Now you might ask me, hey, why is this open file name doesn't have any second parameter? The default syntax for open file name is a read mode. Okay, so that means with open file name comma r, small r, is there by default in read mode. Okay, so and when you don't have to specify that. When you don't specify with open file name just like that without the second parameter comma r specified, the default is read. Okay, you don't have to give the comma r, but whenever you are writing you have to give comma w. So that means a new file will get created. Okay, is this clear? So read is the default, and with open write is when you explicitly specifying that you have to open in write mode. Okay. Next one, uh, the file is already existing with this hello. Okay. Now I want to add new lines into the file. Okay. There is a file, there is some contents, then you append. Okay. It means you append into the file. Append will add the lines at the end of the file. Okay. The word append. Okay. So with open file name comma a stands for append. So the second parameter being a, it stands for append. So the file is already existing. Let's say we have written that file with one line called hello. It's already existing, and the handle to this open file is given a alias a underscore writer. A underscore writer dot write will write this content here. So what I have written here is it will open at the end of the word hello. It will write append that particular text space world. So you would have written hello world in that same line. Okay, in that same line. And here you see a backslash and n standing for a line break. Backslash and n representing a line break. So what will be written is blank world. So hello blank world, hello world, and then a carriage return slash new line. The cursor would come to the second line. Okay, so cursor would come to the second line. So this is an append because it is already having some content hello, and we are appending this line to the end of that hello, and then the control is coming to a new line. Okay, so this is a carriage return, also called carriage return or a new line. So this appends to the text there. Okay, so let's go to Colab. Out here, so read a file name, read a file literally. Um, so file name is equal to greetings.txt. Now I said this whole file operation is happening in a folder. The folder is in a remote machine. Okay, in case of notebooks, you see this corner, you will see such an icon. Below the key icon, there is a folder icon. So now, if you click on that folder icon, uh, it's connecting. So you are given the access to the folder in that server. Okay, there is some folder by default called sample data. Okay, sample data. So now this is the folder at the server. Okay, the server is here. You see this. This is where it is running. Yeah, it's connected to Python 3 Google Compute Engine background. It's got RAM and disk and the server. Okay, so that's folder at the server is this folder here. When you click on this icon, if I close, it will close. I click again, it will open. Okay, so now this is the location which is running the code. So I need to keep this file in the server. Okay, I need to, when I say file name is equal to greetings.txt, this greetings.txt, the collab is expecting to be placed here. Okay, so now I will go to my local desktop. Okay, I'm in my local desktop. I'm going to a data folder where I have some local files. Watch, I can transfer a local file to the server. Okay, So I have this greetings.txt file on my local. Okay. I can just create it the first time. If you go create it, right click and
Ajit sir,
ah,
for the folders, I don't see the sample data. It just shows me as
ah,
bin boot content data lab dev etc. home.
ah, ah. Okay, you follow along. You're able to see my screen, right? I will come to that. Okay, give me a moment.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so here you can follow along, right? Okay, so I'm going to right click here in my local, goes to new, and then a text document. So if I create a local text document, greetings.txt. So this is my local, okay, greetings.txt. So then there is, when I click here, obviously there is one folder, sample data folder, okay. Now, and below I'm seeing some disk and all that, okay. So I can click on this icon for greetings, drag it and come here. You see, when I bring the mouse pointer to this region, it's showing drop files to upload them to the session storage. So I have not yet released my mouse left mouse key, button. I'm just dropping it here. So when I drop it here, ensure files are saved elsewhere. The runtime files will be deleted when the runtime is terminated. Okay, that's just a warning. And I say OK, and the file has gone into the server. So just a drag and drop, and this greeting files is gone to the server. Okay, from the local, it has gone to my remote machine. Now this file is there, and I can do my file operations. Okay, Mm, this is something which you will have to do. I will review as you do it, and I'll ask you to share the screen at the time. However, just watch for the moment. Okay, for the moment. So this file has already gone in there. Now, okay, there could be some contents. I want to see what contents is there. In this icon, I can double click. My right region turns into the text file being opened there. I just double clicked on the icon for greetings.txt and it's showing welcome to Python bootcamp and all that. So this is the text file, like notepad, it is open there at the server and it's showing welcome to Python bootcamp. Okay, so just by double clicking, I can see the contents inside that. Now what, I can close this icon on the left pane to close the left pane. So it's there, okay. Now I'm saying file name is equal to greetings.txt, this text file, okay, with open file name as reader, print reader.read, okay. So the print itself has some yellow brackets and the reader.read is a built-in function. So now I click here on the cell, it's read my file and it's printing the output. Is that clear? So, this particular file is opened. Python has read it with the with open file name syntax, and reader is the handle to that opened file. Reader.read will read the lines on that file. Okay, so this is a file read operation. Next is a file write operation. Okay, so file write operation expects that no file is there. If it is there, it will overwrite. Okay, so since greeting.txt is already there, uh, when I say with open file name comma w, it will write a new file. Okay, so watch this. The contents inside this file will change. Okay, let's run this. So now what has happened is inside this file, though greetings.txt was there in the server, it's got overwritten. Okay. I will close that opened file previously. It has overwritten what uh, hello there. Okay, so now if I click at the server, this is a new overwritten file. I double click it. You can see the content inside it has changed to hello. So that means a totally new file gets created and writer.write uh, is written that hello inside the text. Okay, so this with and the next line for writer.write is having 4 character spaces here. Okay, so this is how we have written a new file. Now we have written a new file. Uh, Double click. I got the new file is now having the text hello inside it. So append mode will append from this hello, okay, without overwriting the word hello inside greetings. We're going to do the append mode, okay. So append that file. So again, file name is greetings.txt with open file name comma a standing for append mode as I can give any name. Okay, so in the example, I put a dot writer to show that this is a unique name. So a as a dot writer, and that a dot writer is used here. So now, okay, so now I'm taking this off. So to the hello, I will append space world and a new line. Okay, so let's run this. I close this content. So you see, hello was already there. It didn't get overwritten. Space world was written from here. And then a new line means the carriage return has gone to the next line. That's why you see this number 2 here. This is a display, though the content inside the file is this much only. Okay, so that's because it's a new line. Backslash n means after writing, it has just come to the next line. Okay, so what we have seen is we've seen how to read a file. Okay, I opened that file. It is reading from that content here and giving a print. Okay, we've seen how we have written with the write mode. Okay, reading is reader.read. Okay, and writing is writer.write. Okay, and append is a writer given like that dot write, and it appends to the same file. So these are 3 common file operation: read, write, and append. Okay. So now I will show you once again how to drag and drop, though it is something which you may not have been familiar. So let me delete this file. I delete that file at the server. I click open my local desktop, click on this icon. I just drag it like that. And then as soon as I bring the mouse pointer here to this region, to this particular region, the blank region, a drop files to upload them to session storage appears. And that point of time, I drop the mouse pointer. You can see it as a writing here. Okay. And thereupon, when you double click this icon, at this right side, it shows the contents of the file. It means it's opening and showing the contents here. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, now you can share your screen. I'll guide you through. Yeah, so let's stop my share. Just a moment. Stop share. Yeah, okay. Please share your screen, Serena. Okay. So yeah, you actually got access. Now, click on the click on the arrow above to go one level up. That's why you got click on that. Click on that. Yeah. That's not that one. Okay, hold on. Cancel. Yeah, I think it went to upload in that mode. Click this close cross at the, yeah, that one. Yeah, close. Now click open this folder once again. Uh, uh, Seems to show a different folder. Go into,
Should I try reloading the page and see if it changes?
that reload is next to the upload, that one, the icon, refresh icon. No, the one, the row below. Okay. Uh, Now it came. So sample data. Yeah, you got it. Uh, yeah, I think it went into one. Yeah, now it's okay. Click cancel here. No, I'll guide you. Click cancel here. Now this is the server folder where it's showing sample data. At this level, the blank region below, we have to drop a local file. So when you open Windows Explorer in your desktop, not here, yeah, go to the desktop and go to File Explorer, Windows File Explorer, not on the collab environment, just the desktop. On the taskbar, right click on your local taskbar, right click, move the mouse down to the taskbar, just right click, and then it'll show some options. Show desktop. Yeah, show desktop. Yeah, click on desktop. Yeah. I would like you to create a local desktop file. Able to do that? You can size
Yes, I think
down.
so.
You can resize the collab into the taskbar. Let me.
నువ్వు
Yeah.
నువ్వు ఇంకో ఒకటే షేర్ చేస్తున్నట్టున్నావు మొత్తం డెస్క్టాప్ చేస్తున్నావా అప్లికేషన్ షేర్ చేస్తున్నావు
Let me share again.
Okay.
Page.
Now, yeah, go to the desktop. Yeah. So here, yeah, there is a greetings text. You already, yeah, share. Correct. Now that's going. Yeah, though it's one moment, though it's got greetings got txt twice, that will
రైట్ క్లిక్ చేసి rename
go
చేసి
back to your desktop, remove, right, rename that. Just it's a text document already. You don't have to, yeah, rename. Go to properties. Yeah, just remove the .txt. Yeah. So yeah. So this file is at the server, but why is it not seen there? Refresh below the files. Yeah, second one. Not seen there yet. Try dragging once again. What is the option below? Yeah, go back to that file explorer and drag. Why? Wait. Yeah, when you bring it to that blank region, yeah, drop files here. Yeah, go ahead and drop files. Yeah. It's uploading. Just give it some time. It's so slow. Refresh once again. That one. Seems to show something below, but it's not appearing there.
It says it's downloading, but it's just red. It's just a red circle.
It is. Have you? Yeah, you logged in. Okay. Why?
Everything else is loading and then
Yeah.
fine. So
Right. That red circle seems to move the mouse there to that red circle. It means this operation is going on. That's all. What you can do, refresh it once again there, that circle arrow. Yeah. Uh, Try again. Let's see one more time.
ఏం రాలేదు.
స్క్రీన్ పై చూపించు ఒకసారి.
No problem. Absolutely. I think it's taking some time to load. I'm very surprised why. But okay, let's do another way. So the read a file name expected the file to be there. Okay. Now, since it's not loading at your end for some reason, we will write there. Okay. So create instead of read. Okay, you create one more cell below the read. Yeah. One more. Yeah. One more text cell and say write a file. Let's first write it to see if it is able to write that. Write a file. Just simply put write a file. Yeah. Okay. And a code cell. Okay. So now with open file name, let me just share the code. Okay, let me just file name is equal to greetings.txt. Let's see, I'll paste it in the chat. Yes. Just hold on. I'm using the chat. Okay. So file name is equal to greetings. Yeah, pick it up from the chat, please. File name is equal to greetings with open file name. So this is going to write a new file called greetings. Okay. Though greetings did not get uploaded when we tried to move it, run this cell, it should create a new file there. Refresh and see at the server. There you go. Double click on the icon there. See now hello is there. So it's able to write the file. Now the file is written. Now that file which is written, now let's try to read. Okay. So yeah, copy this. Okay, I'll paste it once again for the. Now we'll read. Okay, so that's the read. Hold on. Now onto your chat, let me paste the read with open file name. You can take that and paste it into the cell there. Yes, correct. So with open file name as read. Now run this. Yeah, there it read the file. Okay, so for some reason it didn't allow to upload, but it looked like it's got some delay there. That red one is something, but we are able to write there and the file which we have written there, it's now able to read. Okay, so that's all right. Okay, now create a fourth, another text cell for the append. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Append a file. Yeah, app and a double p. Yeah, append to a file. Append to a file. Okay, append to a file. Correct. Yeah. Okay. Now, yeah, go to the code cell. Okay. Now here, yeah. So on the chat, I've given the code for with open file name as append as a writer.word. Yeah. So yes. Yeah. So now, yeah, double click on that. Yes, that's correct. So you appended to the existing file there. So, well, this should be good. Though it didn't let you upload directly, we are able to write, and from that write, we are reading, and from that same file, we are able to append. Okay, so this still good. For some reason, it's not opening at the server, and it doesn't say what the problem is, right? It's just showing a red circle. Um, hmm, Not, yeah. So anywhere else, even inside, if you double click, some sample folders are there. There are some text files. There are files which you can even read as a comma. There's a particular form of a text file called comma separated value. Whenever you have um, an Excel, okay, let's say you have a spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet, and you want to save the data into a simple text file. So then you will use the file save as option um, to save it into a dot comma separated value file or a dot CSV file. Okay, so that's how you normally process Excel, and you're given spreadsheet with multiple columns, and it could be like student data, any large file. Okay, so then save that Excel file as a .csv file and drag into the server like that. Okay, so that's one manner. Uh, so I will show an example. You can stop the sharing. Yeah, let me share the screen here. Okay, share. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so I have a sample. Let's take one like that. So products, sales, these are all my Microsoft Excel file. Okay, Excel CSV file. Okay, so here you see comma separated values. So comma separated value means the text file, Excel can save it into a text file. Okay, so when it saved as a text file, it goes with the extension comma separated values. I'll open one file. Let's open one department. Okay. Okay, so it's a file like that. Okay, it's it's an Excel spreadsheet. Okay, so we have columns like department numbers, department name. Each department has some manager ID, a location ID. Some data is there. I mean, not to bother, but here when I go save as, so this Excel you will save as a type as a comma separated file. So comma separated file extension like this, comma delimited, CSV, comma separated value. Okay. Normal Excel is an Excel workbook. When you save the workbook, you save as a comma separated file. And then when you save it, it goes as a text file. Okay, so that's how. Okay, it's asking me what to replace. So I just replaced in my desktop. So desktop now has a text file, which is a comma separated file. So here is department. So just to show you how everything else remains the same. I click on this folder at the server. Now, so that's how you convert an Excel spreadsheet into a comma separated value file. The comma separated value file is a text file. Okay. And for all our purposes, when you're reading, we're reading a text file only. Okay. So this is stored like that. I mean, if you want to see that as a text file also, right click here. I could just say edit in my local. It's going to show the same text file here at the server. I mean, at my local desktop. So that's how the Excel is stored into a CSV file. And then I drag and drop here. Okay, so it went department.csv. Okay, so now to read that file, let me just rename. The text file is no longer greetings.txt. I will use this name, department CSV. Like that. Okay, so that's my new file name. And it reads the file. Okay, so that's how a normal Excel spreadsheet is read. In anywhere you are given, maybe this is a case where you are working as a data analyst. Okay, and the company has got data in a large amount of data in an Excel spreadsheet. Okay, so when they are asking you, okay, you take this data file and do your operation, you want to read it. Okay, so when given an Excel file, the first thing you will do is convert it into a CSV file on your local and drag and drop into the Colab environment. Okay, like that. The name is not like this, it's the name .csv. .csv is a text file. And then you say file name is equal to that file name. Okay, once you got that name with open file name as a reader, everything is same. So it's reading all the lines of the file. So is this clear? So you can do such operation. There are some exercises in that we will see how. So basically,
Sir,
yeah, tell me.
can you, if you upload it instead of like a CSV, can you directly read a Excel file, a dot Excel file on
No,
Colab?
no,
No?
because Excel is a binary file. Okay, why? Because normal Excel is a binary file, and when you open a binary file in text mode, you will see some special characters. So yeah, I got an Excel worksheet. So let's say I'm having some, okay, what's my unique file name? Students. Okay, some students. Okay, so here, roll number, student underscore name, like that. Okay, I say roll number 10, student name, right, 11, like that. If I have some data like this and I save here, so this is my student data in this spreadsheet. So this is a Microsoft Excel workbook. If you open this, uh, open it with a text file. It will have some characters. Okay, it will just see this. So this is because it's a binary file. Okay, binary file will look like this. Okay, it's bytes. It'll have some characters like this. You are not going to process this file in Python. So the way to do it is you have to store it as a comma separated value file. So the same file, if I open, now I save as, and while saving, I choose this option, CSV file, comma, this one, comma delimited, comma separated value. Okay, just accept all defaults. So this is now, see, it changed to a comma separated value file. I have closed this file. Now this, if you see, is a comma separated value file. Whereas that student's file can now be opened. If you open it, it will show you like this. Comma separated because it's here. This is a comma separated value file. So this is a text file. A CSV file is a text file. Then you can move this file here, and once it is uploaded, it just shows students.csv. Then I just change students CSV and run this. So it's going to take that. So is this clear? It doesn't take binary files. When you start processing binary files, since it will have special characters, you will see all the junk characters there. So normal way to process the data is you always will save the file as a CSV file, comma separated, comma delimited value, okay, and move that file into the server. And that's the text file. The other one is not a text file. Okay. Is this clear?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So you want to try that? Yes, you can create. Yeah, let me guide you. You can create an Excel similarly. Okay. And now let me see if I can move this file to you through the chat. So that, yes, on chat. Chat. Okay, so in chat, it screenshot. I don't know if it can take a file transfer. Let me try. Okay, so that you can use the same file. Yeah, it lets you. So this is an Excel. So with the .xls extension, so you, okay, that's an Excel. Let me, you want to try opening and saving into CSV mode. Let me just guide you. You can open that file to download to your desktop and share your screen. Yeah. Okay, so from the chat, you have you downloaded? Okay, open it in your local and okay, file save as. Save as, save a copy here. Okay. Save as option. No, that's the file menu only. Okay, yeah, auto save. You go Click on that the disk icon there where you moved the yes, save as, that's one. Save as this PC. Yeah, here next to the save button, Excel workbook.xls, there is a drop down list there. Yeah, click on that. So here CSV, that one, CSV UTF-8, that, or yeah, CSV comma, that should be fine. Save. Now we can save it. Yeah, accept all default. So this is your CSV file now. Save as. So go to the desktop. You find that CSV, right? So you can drag and drop the CSV to the server. Correct. Yeah, that one. No. Yeah, no. Click on the icon when you move. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. So change the name of the file in the first line of code under read a file name. That's fine. Not here, not right. Yeah, on the first one. Comment this line. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. STU, it should be the same manner. T lowercase. Yes. And the S is correct case. Yeah. Uppercase. Yeah. So that's fine. So run this. Yeah, there you are. Okay. So this is how you'll read any data file and you will process. Okay. So here we are printing, we can do other operations as well. Okay. So writing also is like this with the second cell, write a file, append to a file. So, okay. So is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. That's, so the next topic is exceptions. Okay. We have exceptions or errors. Okay. You seeing my screen? Are you?
Yes.
Okay. Exceptions means errors. So every time when we do some operations, let's say addition, subtraction, or some mathematical operation, or when you're trying to handle some file operation, some calculation, there's a possibility of an error. Okay, so the program flow is abruptly interrupted. Okay, so when that happens, the program just crashes at the point of time. Any inconsistent situation, the program can crash and come out abruptly. Okay, so that is an error. Okay, so in programming, when you have to handle such situations, we call exception handling. So exception handling is referring to handling of the control of the program, handling the flow of the program when there is an error. Okay, error will normally crash out the program, or it will abruptly crash the program. So to handle such exceptions, we have this try except block. Okay, try and some operation. When there is an operation here, a certain line of code where the potential error could be, we wrap it in a try and an except block. So try colon, then here in this case, x is equal to input, enter a number. Okay.
Addison,
Yes.
I can only see the be right back in 10 minutes screen.
Oh, why close that? But I think there is a delay. Let me resume probably.
I see it now. I see the try exceptions, handle and raise exceptions.
Okay, let me restart. So exceptions are errors, okay? An error will error in a particular line of a program will crash that program. It will come out abruptly. the flow of the program will make it crash, or control would come out uh, abruptly like that. Okay, so when that happens, it is not good. Okay, so you have to handle that error. So handling an exception means handling an error. Okay, the common term here is called exception handling. So here, before that error can happen, you are trying to see a potential situation where an error could happen. Okay, and wrapping it in a try except block. Okay, so when you're wrapping it in a try except block, uh, here is try colon, and then the 4 characters, and then x is equal to int input, please enter a number. Okay, so this is the line 3, where there's a potential error. Possible error is, what could be the error? Enter a number. So if instead of entering a number, if you entered a string value, okay, this is a string input, it could take a string value. So as a programmer, you are looking, oh, there is a possibility of an error. So then you will wrap it in a try colon, and after the line, except value error. So this value error could be some wrong value entered. So except, there are some common errors like this. So value error is one such error. Colon, print, oops, the value that was not a valid number, try again. So if instead of a number, by mistake you entered, let's say the name, like that, okay, or a job or some string value, okay, this could error. Okay, so when such an error is possible, it's better programming practice to put it inside a try colon except error. So that what will happen is, instead of program crashing out from this line of code, it will, when somebody is entering the job or some string value, it will, control will come over here. Okay, control will flow to this line of code and proceed whatever you written here. So what you written here is print some warning message, some user-friendly message. Often these messages better to have, uh, instead of giving some, oh, this is an error, saying that what is the user expected to do correct. So here it's saying this is not a valid number, try again. So giving a second chance. So here the entire try except block is inside a while true. So while true is an infinite loop. So it will keep running until it encounters this line of code called the break. We saw that earlier. While true colon will be an infinite loop, but there's always a criteria where it comes out as a break. So suppose you entered a number 10, x will be equal to the number. Okay, there will not be any errors. And so this break will be the next line of code, it will come out of the break. So correct value entered, it will come out as a break from the infinite loop. So that's fine. Until you entered correctly, it will keep trying. It will keep looping here. So each time it will try, checks you entered a number, then it comes out like that. Okay. So, so this is one such error. Okay. Value error. Okay. There are other errors. Okay. So uh, let's go to the line of code here. So over here, we have to see this count Gettysburg address, right? Okay, okay, I'll come to that. I'll come to that. Yes, I went to exceptions. Yeah, I'll come to this count the words in Gettysburg address shortly. Okay, we'll park that for now. Okay. So here is exceptions. What we saw was a value error. Okay, value error. And there are other exceptions like zero divide. Mathematically, if you divide a 1 by 0 or a number, by 0, it is an infinite value. So the best practice here is to look where there's a possibility of an error and go about wrapping it in a try except block. Okay, so that's what we are doing here with a zero divider. Okay, so here is the example. Okay, I'll start with this one, value error. So this is the first example we saw. Please enter a number, and yeah, so here the first time we entered a number, instead of number, user entered Ravi. Okay, so when you go through this type conversion, x is equal to a string. Okay, so then it raises the error from here at this line of code, and then control will come to line 7. Looks you handle a value error, so then it will go to line 8 and the program will flow smoothly. So let me run this. Please enter a number. The first time, let's say it went in there. Oops, that was not a valid number. Try again. Okay, so now this time I entered a number. It assigned this line correctly, and then print number is correct. It came through. Control doesn't go to the except block. Okay, so this is a try and except block. So it took the break out of the infinite loop and it came out. So if you run this until you give the correct value, it will keep on looping because that's an infinite loop. So second time I entered Ray, it's just going to come back to the same loop until it executed this line correctly. Okay, so 10, this number is correct. Okay, so often it's a best practice to put inside try except blocks so that the program doesn't crash out. So using this try except block will allow you to continue the execution. Okay, no, the program will not crash. Okay, so this is the best practice to put inside try except block. Program will proceed smoothly. Okay, instead of crashing. So that's how a try except block works. Now, let's look at another example. This is a zero divide example. A equal to 3, B equal to 0. I'm creating C is equal to A divided by B. Yeah, C is equal to A divided by B is all looking okay, but you have to look as a programmer, there's a possibility of B being 0. Okay, so then the program can just crash out like that. Okay, because of a zero divide error. Okay, so when that error happens, we are just having an except block with except, the keyword is except, okay, which handled, and this is a specific name. Okay, zero division error colon, then a printing calculation error gives a meaningful message. A can't be 0. B can't, B can't be 0 and so on. Okay. And once you've given a correct value, even at this point when there is a calculation error, it goes here and line 8, program will continue further. Okay. So this to showcase that it is a smooth flow of the program. So let's do that. So B was 0, it came to this exception handler, printed calculation error, and then the next line is print hi there, it just goes on. So inside your calculations it's a best practice to wrap it in a try except block. Okay, and handle for specific errors. Okay, there could be multiple such errors. We'll come to the named errors. This is the name of an error: value error, zero divide error. Okay. Now let's look at another example. File IO error. Okay. Now we have seen the default way to open a file in a with open example. However, you can even open a file like this. File is equal to open file name. Okay, R is the read mode. With open is a syntax, but I can just say open file name is equal to a variable file. So this is my handle to that opened file name. But what if there is no such file in that folder? So I've given a file name one.txt, and you will not find that file in the folder in the server. So when it doesn't find the file to read, it is going to give you a file IO error. So IO error is input output error. And here we are just we are handling for this IO error to print could not open the file. Okay, could not open the file, and you can put the file name as well. So else file name dot read. Okay, so else is also one possible situation. That means when the file was found, it will open. If the file was not found, like file name 1 is not there, it'll go to the exception block to IO error and could not open the file, come out. But if you want to continue further, that after opening the file, I just want to read and print, you can still use inside the try except else. Else, though you use else in an if else condition, try except can have an else as well. So it's like this: else colon whatever you want to do. Like it opened the file and everything is there. Let's say in this case, file name 1 was there, and it'll open the file, read it, and print it. Okay, so let's try this. Could not open the file because file name 1 is not there. Okay, but other files are there. Greetings.txt is there. So if I change to greetings.txt, it opened, went to the else, file.read. Okay, file.read, print that handle, print file.read. So there it's opening the content, reading the file. So this is try except else, which is a type of exception handling. Okay, so it's common practice that Pythonista developers use this sort of exception blocks, but these are some common error scenarios. Okay, so did you get that? Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can start with here the value error. Okay, just while true, I'll put this in the code, the chat. So here the except should be exactly below the T letter in try. Okay, so there's 4 character spaces before the try and the except. The try and the except should be in alignment, 4 characters each.
Yep, I got the output.
Okay, so in the next example, you take this one, A is equal to, it's a zero divide error.
I got the output.
That's the zero division error. Okay, and this is the file. Okay, here file name 1, I have to change file some name which is not there. So here is the file IO error. Yeah. Now in this case, try, except, and else are all in the same line. Okay, so that's the exception handling part. Now we'll get back to this example of Gettysburg Address. Okay, there is okay, so have you heard about this Gettysburg Address? It is a very popular speech given by former President Abraham Lincoln in 1663. Okay, it's during the earlier um, independence movement and all that. So the Gettysburg Address was given in more significance in a literary manner. Okay, so it has got literature significance because the speech is very popularized, and there are so many number of letters, words in that particular speech. So if you just say Gettysburg Address, okay, it's a, you'll get to a website. So it's Abraham Lincoln speech. So what we are doing is, it's a very popular speech given by the so this is the location where he gave the address, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Sorry, it's 1863, pardon me. Okay, so November 19th, 1863, this is the speech copy. Okay, this is where it starts. 4 score and 7 years ago, like that. Okay, so then the speech ends here. Speech ends here. This is the content. So what we are doing is, we are going to count, we're going to put this into a text file, okay, and count the number of words inside the speech. So to go about counting the word count, okay, so that's what we have done here. So let me show you. I got this file on my desktop called gb.text. Okay, now the same speech is brought here. I just copied into a text file here. Okay, 4 score and 7 years ago, like that. So to count the number of words, so often when you do data processing, you will be asked to do some text processing with counting words, okay, word count. So what we're doing here is, we're putting the speech into this gb.text file, and we will count the number of words. Okay, so here is how we do that. Okay, so when we start off I'll just explain this code here. With open gb.text as gb. Okay, now you know this line of code. It's what we just learned. With open that text file, I'll move the text file, of course, here to the folder. Sorry. I'll move this text file, drop it there. Okay, it's gb.text, no problem. So here, the main part of reading it is with open gb.text as gb. Okay, and we are using certain things here. If you see, I got earlier, I showed collections. Okay, collections with an ordered dictionary, right? Ordered dict. We saw that in yesterday's session. So here, from collection, import counter. Counter is a module which, when you pass the words, it will just give me a count. Okay, if you pass to counter, this particular module or the function here, we are going to pass the number of words. It will give me a count. It will give me a count like this. See, that is occurring 13 times. The is occurring 11 times. We is occurring 10 times, like that in that whole text. Okay. So that's why you use a counter, and it's available inside the collections module. Okay. From collection, I'm importing only one function. This is a function actually. From collections, import counter and using that functions. Now we're getting to word count like this. There is another module for RE. Okay, this is called regular expressions. Often in programming languages, regular expressions are used to do searching patterns. Okay, searching patterns. RE is a short form for that regular expression. I'm just keeping my mouse pointer there at RE, and it gives further explanation, mostly to match a pattern inside a text, okay, inside a string. So what we're doing here is we're using that module, we're importing that, okay. RE has a find all, function. So find all slash W plus. This is a syntax to check the number of words. Okay. So what we're doing is with this GB is now the entire text, and we are saying GB.read. Earlier we did what the reader.read, much like that. Now it's GB.read. We are converting everything to lowercase. Okay. Whenever we are counting the word the in the T being capital case is different from the where the T is in lowercase, right? So to put all in the same case, we are saying gb.read.lower. You can go function like that in Python. So gb.read is for the entire text, and dot lower will convert everything to lowercase. Okay. So now re.findAll slash backslash W plus, this syntax will read the number of words. It will just read words and it will bring words into this variable. Okay. This is just plain text of words. Now, when you pass words to counter, it's going to give C, which is a counter. Counter is now a dictionary. Okay. It will give you like that 13. It is going to give you that. Okay. Now counter is a dictionary. Now what else am I doing? I'm passing words to len. So len of words is going to give me all the number of words inside the text. Okay. So from the text, we put it to words, and from words, len of words means how many words are there. L is now my len of words. That's my total number of words. Okay. Of course, we see at the end, total words is 272. Okay. It counted that. So now where we got a table is here. Counter of words is going to create that key value pair like this. Going to think, you can think like you have key and a value. So it's going to give an output like key and the count of the word. So that's the benefit of passing it to counter. And that is now available in C. So C is a table which has got this sort of a columns. Okay. So C is a table. Now we want to print the output. So whenever you want to print an output of the dictionary for K, V in C, now this is one more function with this counter. C dot most common. Most common is one function of this counter, which will tell the most common occurring. That means wherever it's a maximum, it will put that first. Maximum number of words is put first, then the next maximum, next like that. I'm taking most common 10 words. Okay. For key comma value in C dot most underscore common 10 colon print KV. So this is slightly different from what we saw like dictionary name dot items. But since we're using a special module from collections, we're using the counter, which is a dictionary of this common values. I can say C dot most common 10. It will give me an output like this. Okay, so we are just going to use that to print 10 most common words like that inside that speech. And of course, the total word count is counted because we are saying len of words. Okay. So we have done few things here. We have read the file, did re.find all to see the number of words. Okay. Then pass the words to get to a dictionary table, which is counter. Okay. And then that counter gave me the table here. We are looping through the counter. So most common top 10, most common top 10. So this is commonly used in programming. Like you might want to list out most common top 10 suppliers, top 10 students, like that, right? So C dot most underscore common 10. Give me the from the top where the maximum count is on the top, the next, second, third, like that. Okay. So for k comma v in C dot most common 10 print kv. Okay. The key and value will be print this key and that's a value. Okay. And then of course at the end total words is L. Okay. L being length of the words. So is this clear?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's run this. I just moved the file. So you get this output. Basically, I just ran it now. It gives the output total words. Though we are read words, you can try printing other things here. What happens if I just have words? To examine what's there in words, I can say print. Okay, that's total count of words, counter. Before counting, it's just words as a, let's try this. Okay, before counting, it just took that text and it just split into each word. You see that? Print, I just did re.find all words W plus and the text was given. So the entire words is a list actually. 4 score and 7 years ago, or like it went like that. Okay, each word it took separately. In text processing, this is called creating a bag of words. Okay, and in data sciences, where you would do some text processing, creating a bag of words model is what you do as a first step. Okay, so bag of words model is created by taking all the words of the text for processing, and you're doing that exactly here. There are other things like it's also sometimes called word vectorization. Here, that's another term when we are taking and creating a list of words and the count, right? This is also called word vectorization. That means you're going to take a text and put it as a vector. Each row is going to be taken. How many ever times that was there is stored as a vector. So word vectorization bag of words model. These are some terminologies in advanced text processing for data science. In the practical application, you could be having a text about, let's say, um, some subject, okay, any subject, and you want to see the most commonly used words, to see that it could be a text about some medical write-up, medical content, maybe it's some text content about kidney patients or some things like that. Okay, so then you want to process that text. Okay, that's one application. Another application is like how many times people have given uh, a certain comment. Okay, so you can build a bag of words model to build uh, uh, a text in feedbacks. Okay, here is the entire text of all the feedback of all the users. So which was the word used? You look for a specific word to create a sentiment analysis about it. Like, is it a good feedback or bad feedback, like that? Other applications could be like songs, right? So Taylor Swift sang a song. She is looking which word was more popular when she used it in the lyrics. Okay, and so you can build a tag of, you can build a bag of words and create a tag cloud to say that her songs were having the word yeah, um, some things like love, some words like that. Oh yeah, words. So she can do the text processing on the song lyrics to see which were the commonly used words. And having known that, okay, maybe that word can be used in the next song to make the song a hit or a viral song. So these sort of analysis you can do as a data scientist. Okay, so that's a simple word processing here, text processing what you've done. Okay, is this clear?
Yes.
Okay, so what we have done is count the words in Gettysburg Address and generate statistics. So statistics here being like the top commonly used words, the next one, next one, next one. Okay, so here is the program. Let me see if it can fit into the chat. Print words total. Okay. Okay. You can comment this print, or if you want to print it, that's fine. Simply.
Ajit sir,
Yes, Sriram. Yeah, tell me.
should I create a new text document or for the Gettysburg?
Yeah. I think that document is required. I will just pass. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me put it in chat. Correct. Yeah. And will you be able to move that in the text? Because earlier it didn't let you. So what you can do is you can create a write, right? Where the file name is gb.text, and where you're doing writer.write, you can try putting it into a double quote there, copying.
Ajit sir,
Ah,
the gb.txt file worked. It uploaded onto Column.
okay. So that went in. Okay, you got downloaded on your desktop. Did you move it to the server in Colab?
Yes, it got uploaded to the server also, and it gave an output.
Yeah. Okay, very good, very good. So that's that's good to know. Yeah. Normally it doesn't give error. I was surprised. Maybe it's a connection or something like that. Okay. So that's good here. You can So you're getting the statistics on this? The total,
Yes.
yeah, the total word count. Though here, okay. Let's see. I'm trying to get to the end of it. Just give me a- Yeah, it just did word vectorization perfectly. Okay, so that's fine. All right. So this is a bag of words. We'll meet next week.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you. You too.
Thanks. Yeah, thank you.